Okay, guys, so there are two ways to solve equal fractions. So this way is how we've been solving them. Okay, so you start with the smaller number, so the smaller denominator to the bigger one. So you say 20 times what is 100. If you said 5, you were correct. 20 times 5 is 100. So then I have to do the same thing to the top. 22 times 5 is 110. Okay, so that means Sarah on her test, she got 110% A because she got 2 bonus questions correct. So that's how you could solve a percent problem. That's her grade. That's going to go in the grade book. Now, the other way that works every single time, because sometimes what if you have a 3 as the denominator instead of a 20? Nothing times 3 is 100. So then you get stuck. So I'm going to teach you a different way that works every single time so you don't have that problem. Okay, so what you do is first, step 1, multiply diagonally. Okay, what that means is if there's numbers that are diagonal from each other, which 22 and 100 are diagonal, that's what diagonal means. It's like kind of like an X. So this is diagonal. Okay, so they're diagonally from each other. So 22 times 100, that's how I want you to show your work. Circle it. So 22 times 100, that's my multiplication symbol. So 22 times 100, if I cover the 2 zeros and just do 22 times 1, that's 22. 22 times 1 is 22. Then I just add 2 zeros from the 100. Okay, that's quick math, so I didn't have to multiply it out. Okay, so all I did was 22 times 1, which is 22, then add 2 zeros from the 100 right here. Okay, now I did step 1. Step 2 is divide by the number not circled. Okay, so the number I did not circle is 20. Okay, so I have to divide by 20. Okay, so 2,200 is being divided by 20. So then I ask myself, can 2 be divided by 20? No. So there's not going to be any number in the thousands place value, okay? So then I underline the first two numbers. I ask myself, well, can 22 be divided by 20? Yes, it goes in one time. 1 times 20 is 20. Okay, so the steps for division is divide, then multiply, then subtract, then bring down. So I divided 22 by 20. That's 1. So I divided. Then I multiply. 1 times 20 is 20. Okay, so that's multiply. Then my next step is subtract. So 22 minus 20, and that leaves me 2. Then I have to bring down. So only bring down one number. The next number would be 0. So then I repeat the steps. Divide. So 20, this 20 here divided by 20, 20 divided by 20 is 1. Then I multiply. 1 times 20 is 20. Okay, then I subtract again, and I get 0. Then I bring down my last number to bring down. Okay, even though it's 0, it's very important that you still ask yourself, what is 0 divided by 20? Well, that's 0. So that 0 goes into that spot. So that means there's 100, 110, and 0 ones. So 110 times 20 is 2,200. So I also got 110. So whatever the quotient is the missing number. Okay, so 110%.